Hey, this is both testing XSplit Gamecaster. I prefer using that over Broadcaster because it gives me, I hate how loud this game is. It gives me a quicker indication of when the video is recording. Also, it's a little bit lighter on resources. But I also wanted to show some of the new moves and things that were added. So let's go into the Bloody Palace. Actually, I think I can do it here. I have pretty much exhausted all the content at this point. I played yesterday, and it turns out a lot of the other armor sets I wanted to max out and make permanent, they don't actually work. So I've got a mod right here. This is like the loot box area from Honkai Impact 3rd. They added a Steam Workshop about a week or two ago, and so far it's just been like scantily clad mods and stuff, but I thought this was pretty cool. I don't actually know how to use this mode here. Anyway, I'll figure that out later. Let's go ahead and show some of the new stuff. So they added counterattack enhancement. What this does is it procs Vampiric Strike every time you counterattack. Now that can be either a Just Guard or a Sway on the Knuckles. I actually like using it with the Knuckles because the Sway has a pretty decent amount of invincibility. Now what this does, it also pretty much puts almost everything in hit stun, even the more resilient humanoid bosses like your sister and your doppelganger. So it's very useful. Pretty similarly to the regular Vampiric Strike. It only heals a little bit per hit, but you're basically getting rewarded with both extra healing and extra hit stun when you use it, and it's free. It doesn't cost any meter. So I definitely recommend getting this. It's definitely one of the hardest things to get in the current build right now. Now they also added Chaotic Shield. If you ever played like Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins, it's kind of similar to that. You know how Arthur could basically take like a hit from anything as long as he had his armor on. That's kind of how this works. It gives you a couple like just abilities to take no damage at all. But if you get hit by something multi-hitting, like if the doppelganger is in gauntlet mode and he does the rapid punches, then you're pretty much just going to be guaranteed to take damage. But it's very useful on things like the traps. The traps in the 3rd level, you can actually just kind of damage boost through them. It also will give you a little bit of extra security while you're fighting more dangerous enemies. Here's Black Hole. This is like your crowd control move. That's generally what I like to do with that move. I like to do the Essence move. Oh, they're all in there. I don't actually know how you're supposed to spawn enemies in here. They have it still in Chinese. And finally, they added drinking. I think Sir Yejin here should learn how to heal with like I don't know, a tablet or something like William and Neo. But basically, this heals you for a little bit, but if you use it too much, you get drunk and you get stuck in a waggle QTE. And it motion blurs as well. I actually have a problem with motion blur. It really really just makes my eyes disoriented. I find this to be pretty annoying. I feel like there's another way they could balance the healing mechanic, but thankfully they have the counterattack enhancement in the game instead. It also impairs your movement as well. So basically, I don't use them at all. I just rely on counterattack enhancement to actually heal my character now. So let's go into the Bloody Palace and show some of this stuff off, because I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to heal things in here or like spawn anything. So if you're wondering what I'm testing, I'm both testing Broadcaster. I got a Windows 10 update this morning, and it seems to have just fixed everything outright. But this game, the graphics settings are not the best. If you set it on fantastic quality, which is equivalent to max settings in other games, what it does is it uncaps the frame rate. So I don't have a powerful enough PC to run this at 144 Hz, and I think the game probably has some optimization issues anyway. So I'm trying to see how the game looks. Like if it's still 60 FPS on your guys' end, then I'll keep it like this. Otherwise, I'll just put it back down to the other one because that will just lock it at 60. So first I'll show off Chaotic Shield. Now it only lasts for a few seconds, so it's not like you can just have it on forever. But the enemies actually attack very often in this game, so you're probably going to go through it pretty quickly anyway. So now I'm going to show counterattack enhancement. Of course, as soon as I say the enemies attack frequently, this guy's just backed into a corner. I think he's bugged out. Alright, let's get another guy. There you go. So if you actually hit a whole crowd with that, you'll get a pretty significant amount of healing. Alright, let's show Black Hole now. One of the things that makes this game really responsive is that you can even cancel out of the switch animations. Like you can do stuff like that. So you don't actually have to sit through the animation, but it actually lets you chain into your other parts of your string, because generally your switch attack is your first triangle attack. So you can do stuff like this. Oh, that was weird. Hold on. Things like that, or... That's actually a pretty good one because you'll combo off the knockdown and then get a launch. Then off the launch you can do the double bringer and go into an air combo. Lots of really nice applications for the moves in this game. Get some good distance with this one as well. See if I can get a stacked heal here. That gave me almost full health back. Now certain attacks like the ogre, when they get pissed off like that, those actually can't be countered. So you still have to pay attention. So let's show it off with Just Guard now. It also works off this move as well. Let me go ahead and show that in the thing here. Attacking parry. So not only do you get some hit stun off that, it will actually also trigger the Vampiric Strike and the counterattack enhancement. So you'll basically be guaranteed to hit stun them and get a pretty decent combo. So let's try that now. So generally, more powerful moves will stagger even the largest enemies. Look, you can see how many iframes this way has. It's kind of deceptive. It has a little bit more than it shows. So it's pretty nice to be able to just bait a counter with the sway and then go in for a full punish. It's very satisfying. So So before I go, I'll show some of the maxed out armor pieces that I created, so you can see some of the set bonuses. But it seems like it's partially bugged right now. Some of them aren't actually able to get up to orange rank. Orange rank is when you get permanent retention, since there is still a mechanic in this game where you can lose your gear if you have it equipped and it's not permanent. Generally, you want to max out everything to get the set bonus and then make it permanent, so that the death basically doesn't really have any penalty anymore besides losing your currency. And once you have one set maxed out, there isn't really a whole lot of variance with the between gear. Like there is like a little bit of, I don't know the word for it, a little bit of a difference in stats, but it doesn't really matter enough to the point where you would want to grind out another one up to orange rank. So generally, once you have a set item, you can probably throw out the rest of the other ones. Also, I find the wine to be kind of useless once you have the counterattack enhancement, because the counterattack enhancement also not only teaches you how to counter all the attacks and, you know, kind of memorize all the movesets in the game, which is always an important part of every action game. You also get healed for it as well, whereas the wine, I guess, Yejin here is a lightweight. After like 3 drinks, he becomes completely disoriented. You're dealing with a Wago QTE, and your movement is impaired, and you have a motion blur. So you generally want to learn the counterattack enhancement as soon as possible. I actually think it's one of the best things they've added, because the healing item, I think, is one of the worst I've seen in any video game. It's already hard enough to like actually get time in the middle of battle to actually use it to begin with, but then you're actively punished for doing it as well. I think it's kind of backwards in my opinion, so it's nice that you can actually just heal by getting better at the game overall. So I think I got an armor of Evil Soul, so maybe next time I play this I'll look into maxing that out. But I've got pretty much a maxed character right now. It's kind of just waiting for them to add more content. So from here on out, I'll probably be doing the Bloody Palace. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys kind of learn some tech for this game. I'll probably do a more detailed, maybe edited video later on, because there's no one else really making that kind of content for this game, but I kind of want to get a little bit better with all the movesets first before I do that. So if you want to help me out, make sure you're watching on 720p 60. Let me know if there was any kind of performance issues in this video at all, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.